What's up, guys? I guess you could say I've returned. I don't know, with my upload schedule from the last like 2 3 years. This could just be another one of those one-off ones. But anyway, as the title already says, you can sort of see what the video is going to be. It's I'm being that guy. I'm going for that style. I mean, I'm going for another tutorial video because I realized the last one I did in 2014, I've been thinking about it for a while, and I thought, it's just really the sort of video I want to do. As you can tell by the title of this video, I've decided to go for Minecraft. Just to keep with the cringe, really. If it's not gameplay cringe videos that I used to do, then it's this. There's no escaping it. But I realized that tutorial videos was something I was starting to enjoy, and I never really found myself getting back into doing it or creating another one. So this is just sort of a simple tutorial video that I'm doing to how to do a Minecraft server. It's straightforward, simple. I'm just going to show you how to do a bit of port forwarding on it, how to set it up and get it running so you and your mates can all have a wonderful server to play on. But anyway, enough about explaining all of that, and I'll just get straight into telling you how to do it. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is probably just get the stuff off Minecraft, really, the server and all that. I've already got it loaded here. That's the link. I will paste it in the description for those of you who can't seem to find it, because I couldn't find it off of the main website, so I found it eventually. Anyway, you're going to want to download the Minecraft server jar. This is for the current version being 1.12.2. You're going to have to just wait for that to download, and then once that's downloaded, we'll make up a little notepad and get this running. So now that's downloaded, what you're going to want to go ahead and do is take it from wherever you've saved it, or your downloads folder is usually your default. Take it from there. I've already gone ahead and done that and put it in a little file here on my desktop called Minecraft Server. So that sits there now. What you want to do is then get a new text document, make a new text one. I'm going to go ahead and call it run. We'll call it run.txt. We'll open that up, and then you want to go back to that page that we were just on. Here, there you go, and we'll copy and paste this line here. It's a little bit of line of code. I'm going to put that right there. We'll save, and then what we're going to do is save as. You want to keep the text one there just in case, so you know what the code is. You can see it there. You want to go to all files, and you're going to save it as, keep it as the same name, and you just call it .bat, run.bat, and then you save that as it is. And then if you go back now, if you close that down, and we'll just minimize this for now. We'll go to your files. You should see run.txt and run.bat. So now what we want to do is just double click that. Give it a second, let it load. It should close down. It should close down and give you some files. Yep, there we go. We've got the eula.txt. That's what's causing the problem with it closing down. You just need to go to that, type in true. Just give that a quick save. Close that down. Alright, so now that you've saved that and closed that, what you want to do is go to run.bat, double click that, and run it again. And now this time it should load and give you more files. It'll give you things such as your ops list, ops, whitelist, all those sort of things. You just give it a minute, let that run through and create a spawn area. So let it all load in so it's all fine. And we'll close that and leave that in the background. And what we do now is, while that's doing that, we can go into server properties. We'll open it with Notepad++ in this case. Then now we've got that open, you've got all sorts of settings here for the server. For the most part, you want to just leave a lot of it as it is and don't mess around. Obviously, the default ones that you could change is, your level seed, your world name. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. We'll call the world name, call it new world, make it a bit more fresh. You can change the MOTD. That's the message that people see when they're on the server lists on Minecraft, and they see like a little message under what they've called the server. You got things like your max players. Another important one while you've got the settings open is server IP, because this is going to be important later on, so we might as well sort this now. What you do is you go and you type in cmd load command prompt up on your computer, and then you want to type in IP config. That'll give you a bunch of numbers and letters. What you want to focus on is your IPv4, which is that one there. In this case, for me, it's 192.168.1.65. For you, it might be different, and in most cases it usually is. But what you do is, whatever yours is, you want to copy it and just highlight it and press enter. That should do the job. Copy that, and then you just want to put that. Just quick note that. Save that there. Put that there in the server IP space. We'll just leave the rest as it is for demonstration purposes. There's no point on tampering around with half the settings. We'll just save that. Close that down. Now this won't take effect because the server should still be running, so that won't affect the server. So in order for it to all take effect and work later on, you do have to restart it. I mean, right now we might as well stop it anyway, so I'll just go ahead and type stop. You can click the little X in the corner, that also works. Another thing while you've got this open to take account of is just take this. You take your default gateway, you're going to want to copy that now. Quickly open it up in a new tab. You just paste it in. That's your default gateway. Now in this case it brings you on to the home screen for your router. This is where you get to do the port forwarding, but we will come back to that in a sec. We're just going to double check that all the files are there. Everything seems to be there. Yep. You won't get your new world that we renamed. It won't pop up until you restart the server, but we'll do that afterwards. Now on the port forwarding bit. In this case I have a BT router. Or not everybody, or not a lot of you will have this sort of router. A lot of them will be they vary. There's hundreds of different ones, so it really depends on what it is. I can't cover how you're going to do this next stage for every single router because it would take forever. But it's pretty much the same throughout most of them, and I will explain a bit more detail as I go along, so help as many of you out as I can. A lot of routers have a different menu layout. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and click on Advanced Settings. I'm going to go on to Firewall. Now, a lot of routers have menus and ways of navigating to get to your firewall or your port forwarding. It also calls it port forwarding a lot of the time. And then, whichever button you have, in this case, I've got one here. It says Create New Port Forwarding Rule. So I'm going to go ahead and click that, and then what it'll do is it'll bring this up. You give it a name, so we'll call it Minecraft. Yep, that works. We'll click on Show IP Addresses actually, and then here we go. This is where we insert the IP address, which was, from before I remember right, 192.168.1.6.65. That's your IPv4 one from earlier, so it's that one, the same one that you entered into the properties file. You want to enter here as well. As that just closed on me, it has. We'll just quickly re-enter that. 168.1.65. There we go. So we set that. Now that's the device that it will be port forwarding from. So it's looking on the network for the computer with that IP, and then it'll be like, okay, we found the computer with that IP on this local area, and then we'll broadcast the server elsewhere based on how you set this next bit up onto the internet. The external ports and internal ports, it's all the same for Minecraft. If I remember right, it should be 2, no, it's a 3, 25565, and then the end port is also 25565. Protocol, you want to have TCP and UDP, or some routers just say the word both. It works either way. And then if you just go ahead and click Add to List, there we go, and then you just double check and make sure it's saved, or there should be some way of confirming it, but give that a second to load, and there we go. It should have done now. It should have added it to the list. It's not currently active, I don't think. You have to go. Oh wait, no, don't mind me. It's down here at the bottom. I just realised that. It took me a second. You should have added it now here at the bottom. It should sit there. You should see it says Minecraft. In this case, it'll say the device on the network, which is of course its computer, the ports that it's going to use, and all that you set up. So now that should be working. If everything in the files is also sorted, now you want to go ahead and just launch Minecraft. Okay, so now that we've got Minecraft up and running, got loaded, you need to make sure your server's running as well. So what we're going to go ahead and do is just double click, go into run.bat, make sure that loads. It should take a minute to make the new world that we labelled before in the properties, and just give that a second. So while that does that, what we're going to go ahead and do is go into multiplayer, go add server, and this is where you're going to need to put the IP for your server. And in this case, it's not the local one, although that might work from your machine. You're going to want to go ahead and just, for the sake of it, just put the global IP that you'll be giving to everyone. So it'll be your external IP, whereas your IPv4 was your internal. Your external will be found through something like the likes of Google. So if you go onto Google and type in what's my IP, it usually gives you something up there. In this case, I've gone ahead and already got a website here, which again I will paste in the description if you want to use that. You can just do a Google search, but and I'm also going to cover my IP, so you know, for the sake of not broadcasting it out there. But what you're going to go ahead and do is take your IP address, I should say it just after this bit for me. I'm just going to go ahead and copy that. You want to go onto Minecraft, you want to paste that there into your server address, and then you click done, and then if you give it a second, there we go, it sees the server. Keep in mind that IP you're going to also want to hand over to your friends if you want them to join your server as well, but you're going to go ahead and just here, we'll join the server, make sure it all works, make sure log in, have no problems. And there we go, I seem to be underwater. So yeah, that is pretty much it in a nutshell. Just hand that out to anyone else, other people join, and despite the fact that it's getting a bit laggy at first join. So yeah, no, you load it in now, it should all be good. Just give that IP out to your mates, join, have fun, do whatever you want. Oh, we actually got quite lucky, we spawned over by a village. Yeah, so now if you want to stop the server, you need to go ahead and load it back up. That should be it, there we go. And then you just do all sorts of commands that you would normally for any Minecraft server. You just do stop. Let's say stopping the server, and there we go, disconnected. And that's it really. If you want to run it again, you just go into your files and click run, and it's set up from there. I wouldn't recommend port forwarding, however. I've got to stress that because of course it does pose so many security risks. If you can, go with a hosting service, a provider. Personally, I've used servers with Nitros Networks. It's not a sponsored video, by the way, but go ahead, and if you want to check out, go on Google, have a look online. It's a better option than Hamachi, but if you want the security, I would still say, you know, use Hamachi. If you're not port forwarding, or if you're finished using your server, make sure you go back into your router and go back to that port forwarding rule that you created before and switch it off, disable it, do whatever you have to do. But just don't leave it open. And that's pretty much it, really. I said it was quite basic and straightforward, so there you go. I hope you found this somewhat helpful. If there are certain parts, because I get that there's a lot of things in this video that will be confusing, I might have skipped over one or two little bits, but if you get confused, if you need help with anything, feel free to drop something in the comments. Let me know what the problem is. I will try and help you. Other than that, see you in the next video, guys.